This summer solstice brings the launch of Synchronicity University. So excited about finally presenting you guys with a free, online, fully accessible data bank of astrology classes. You can watch lessons right now at synchronicityuniversity.com and of course my YouTube channel, nadiyashah.com. Hello, fabulous Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of August 2015, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Last month, actually, just before this month begins, and the energy you're actually carrying into this month is based on a full moon that takes place. Now, depending on where you are on the planet, this full moon took place right at the very end of last month, most likely, possibly as we were entering into this month as well, but you're certainly carrying this energy forward. And this switches things up. This switches the energy up. And this makes the energy positively financial. So there's a financial bent that is now taking place. It is finances that have your attention, that you're thinking about, that you are thinking about ultimately how it is and where it is that an understanding of prosperity and abundance is going to fit into your life. You're thinking about what it is you need to do to generate more income, but also there are going to be some tangible financial opportunities taking place as you enter the month, yes, but particularly once we get you into the middle of the month. That's when things really get great for you on the financial front. So let's start early this month. There's a full moon happening and it looks like some bill, probably a long overdue bill of some kind, whether it's tax returns, whether it's a commission check that you have to pay out, or very well that you might be receiving as well. It seems to be with this full moon, there's an element of things having been worked on, having been tweaked, perhaps for the last 6 months. So think about what has been taking place in your life, particularly since January or February. Well, it is those very areas that have asked for your attention. So whether it's that you're applying for funding, you're applying for a grant, you're applying for a loan, or whether it is you ultimately that is going to need to pay out, it looks like a matter is ready to come to a conclusion. And ultimately, this is going to help you to feel so much more liberated. This is going to help you feel so much more open and welcome and ultimately prosperous, even if it doesn't necessarily feel that way right away, because it does look like with this particular full moon, as much as there is coming, there's also requests being made of your time as well. Now, as I like to say, when I see this much activity taking place in this part of the sky, it means that the money is there. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Yes, you have to pay attention to money. Yes, you might have to pay some money. But ultimately, you have the money to give. And it is you getting a clear understanding of ultimately what your emotional relationship to money is going to be. Money is so emotional for a lot of people. And there are times like this, particularly as you're starting this month, that the universe is going to ask you to redefine the role of money in your life and to keep perspective. I do think that the fact that we have got Venus retrograde this month speaks volumes to me about this notion of thinking about coming to a deeper appreciation of what it is ultimately that you really value and what is valuable about yourself. There is a newfound understanding with this Venus retrograde about what you really love, what really matters, what's really worth it, what's worth spending your money on. All of these topics are in the air, if you will, and particularly for you, given that we are in the middle of this Venus retrograde cycle. But with this full moon, it brings all of that emotional stuff to the surface so that you can finally look at it, address it, and see how the universe is balancing out perfectly in your life. See how as much as it is that the universe is asking for you, as much as it is as you are being provided, and to allow that cycle to take place. This means to me that if you are being asked for money, the money is there. If it is that money is coming to you, it is meeting a purpose in your life. And through it all, you are getting to heal some issues around prosperity and redefine ultimately what it is that money means in your life and what it is that it's no longer going to mean as well. But as I said, things really get amazing in the middle of the month. We've got this really positive new moon taking place. This new moon is speaking in supreme harmony with Uranus and happening right with Venus in the sky. This is fresh starts all around where it comes to money that you earn. This has to do with knowing that you can take action to provide for yourself and those to whom you are responsible. So ultimately, this is what you're getting paid, is really what this comes down to. Whereas the other money has to do with grants, loans, bursaries, insurance payments, tax returns, and all that kind of commission checks and inheritances and all that kind of money. As we start the month, in the middle of the month, it becomes a lot more about what it is that you are generating, what it is that you are earning, and what value you are giving to what you give to the universe, and how that's being reflected in the amount of prosperity that's coming back into your life. For a lot of Cancerians out there, this is going to be a brand new financial opportunity. So whether it is that you want a new job, put that intention out there. I would say as we approach the middle of the month, really put that intention out there to have new employment, more prosperous employment. And the universe may just have that fall into place for you really nicely. For those of you who really like where you are right now, you may like the job that you have. This can bring with it a change in responsibilities, or this can bring with it a new idea, a new way to generate greater income for you that ultimately is going to be very rewarding, personally rewarding as well. It's going to allow you to feel like you're really tapping into something that has to do with living a higher calling for your life and expressing something really honest about yourself and allowing that to be a source of income for you. Now, as we are in the middle of the month with this particular new moon that's taking place, it represents fresh starts that ultimately bring joy, bring pleasure, and yeah, bring money as well. With Venus retrograde, this might be a position or an opportunity that came up before, now is being returned to in some way. You're having to reconsider this opportunity in some way. Regardless of that, it does look like the universe is intent on getting you to move towards greater prosperity. So as you begin the month, practice faith and understand that as part of the mystery, you are moving towards greater prosperity, and deal with any money issues that come up calmly and in their right perspective. That emotional work, that personal work you do, and the responsibility you show is going to return to you in some amazing karma, amazing financial karma set to take place in the middle of the month, where the universe is intent on getting you to a greater place of prosperity and a greater appreciation of just how abundant you are and how the universe can generate abundance for you more than you've known before.